Hello class and welcome to Iotaclasses making learning easy. In our series of lecture on physics classes, we have already completed all the important topics related to motions kinematics. Okay, that includes speed, velocity, distance, displacement, acceleration, scalar vector quantities, and other acceleration or other topics. We also seen some of the good examples related to all such topics in my previous video. Today, the main aim of presenting this video is to give a grasp and complete information about the motion, equations of motion, motion and gravity. Okay, so uh, let's start our session. Okay, today's session. Okay, equation of motion. We need to see. Okay, we need to see equations of motion. Okay, we need to see equation of motion, and then we need to see motion under gravity. Okay, these two are related with each other, but only the difference is there is a difference of sign. In some equations we need to take positive sign, in other equation we need to take negative sign. So let's start. First of all, this information is provided to us. Okay, a body starts to move with initial velocity u. Okay, after time t and after covering the distance s, velocity becomes v and acceleration of the body is a. Okay, so this initial velocity is given to be vi is given to be u, and final velocity vf is given to be v. Your time is given to be t. Your distance covered d is given to be s, and your acceleration is given to be a meter per second square. Okay, so this information is provided. So from this information there are three relation between all these quantities. And this three relation is basically called the equations of motion. Okay, the first relation is given between these three quantities is given by number 1. Okay, v is equals to u plus a t. This is our first equation of motion. Final velocity is given to be initial velocity u plus the multiplication of the acceleration and time t. Okay, this is the first equation. Let's move to the second equation. Second equation states that v squared is equals to u squared plus 2as. This is the second equation of motion. This is the second relation. V squared, that is square of the final velocity, is equal to the square of the initial velocity, and addition of and in that it is added 2 times the product of acceleration and distance. And finally, coming to our third equation, s is equals to ut plus half a t squared. This is our third equation. S is equals to ut plus half at squared. Okay, so this is the three equation of motion that are very important, and you should be knowing about this three equation. They can ask any of the four equation, and they can ask the question that which of the following is not the equation of motion. Okay, so please learn this equation by heart, memorize it, and understand the relation between these three, between all these quantities and these three equations. Okay, so this is the basic three equations of motion. Okay, v is equals to u plus at, v squared is equals to u squared plus 2as, and s is equals to ut plus half at squared. Okay, these are these three equations of motion. And let's move ahead to the our equation motion under the gravity. Okay, motion under the gravity, motion under gravity, motion under gravity. The difference in the equation of motion under gravity is that here acceleration a is taken to be, okay, plus g, and in some cases, and that is equals to minus g. Okay, now what is this? A is equals to plus g and minus g. Okay, plus g is taken when the body is falling downward. Okay, and minus g is taken when the body is thrown upward. Okay, so these two things you need to remember. Here the equations are same as equation of motion, but the thing is that acceleration a is given to be plus g for downward motion and minus g for upward motion. Okay, let's see the equation one by one. For uh, motion under the gravity for downward motion, your equation will be given to be, okay, your equation will be given to be number one, okay, v is equals to u plus gt, u plus gt. Second equation will be given to be v square is equals to u square plus 2g h. Okay, 2g h. H is the height from which it is projected downwards. Okay, and the third equation will be given to be, okay, s, that is equals to ut plus half gt squared. Okay, these are the three equations of motion, three equations of gravity, motion under gravity, okay, three equation of motion under gravity when the body is thrown downwards. Okay, v is equals to u plus gt, v square is equals to u square plus 2gh, and s equals to ut plus half gt squared. Okay, where a is taken to be positive g. And finally, for upward motions, okay, when the body is projected upward, your three equation will be given to be, here a would be taken to be, okay, a would be taken to be minus g. This is the thing you need to understand. You have to be minus g, and your equation will be given to be number one, okay, v is equals to u minus gt. Second equation will be given to be s is equals to ut minus half gt squared, and the third equation will be given to be v squared equals to u square minus 2gh. Okay, these were the three equations as far as the body is projected vertically upward. Then v square equals to u square minus 2gh, third equation. Second equation, s equals to ut minus half gt square, and the first equation, v is equals to u minus gt. Here acceleration under gravity, g is taken to be negative. And what is the value of g? You should be knowing that g is the acceleration due to gravity, and on earth its value is 9.8 meter per second square on earth. Okay, on earth its value is 9.8 meter per second square on earth, and on moon its value is 1.6, approximately g by 6 on moon. Okay, g of moon. Okay, on moon it is g by 6, 1/6 of the equation, but this is not under our importance of moon. Okay, importance is only this 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, so these are the equation of motion. These are the motion under gravity. Hope you got these three equations. Please learn by heart, memorize it, and the questions we'll see. And after my last session on motion, now it's left, it is on the circular motion. We'll see the basic concept of circular motion: centripetal force, centripetal acceleration, centripetal force, centrifugal force. We'll see all these concepts, and hence our chapter on motion will be completed. So stay tuned. Until then, goodbye. Thank you very much.